Alright, today we're going to look at another Tasmanian Devil team. It hasn't been that long since the last one. I'll link that in the description if you want to see it. I think this build was recorded pretty close to the other one. I felt like I had just not used Tasmanian Devil for quite a while, and I'd been using all the other jump attackers like Amami Rabbit and Snow Leopard and so on, so it was feeling a bit left out. Now this particular build doesn't actually require Taz. It's just that its ability lends itself pretty well to this team, as we'll discover soon enough. So here on turn 3 we've got the standard setup for buffing up a tier 2, and we end up getting Rat. Unfortunately all the other pets are faint pets, and I'm actually going to roll a bunch of times not finding anything but faints, so really didn't set this pack up very well for a possum. And yeah, 5-10 Rat on turn 3. Although Rat's ability, can cause you problems, the fact that it has such a ridiculous stat line is amazing in customs when Frog exists. To be honest, I guess it doesn't even really matter about Frog, because you could just transform it with any one of the other options. Luckily we get another Frog here, because what I want to do is swap the Rat stats onto the Tasmanian Devil. I think its stats used to be a bit better, but it might have been nerfed at some point. I don't remember the exact stat line, but I have a feeling it might start with only one attack. I think we're going to be able to scrape a tie against this team. Yup. Now, if my voice does sound a bit dry during this run, that's because the UK is currently experiencing a bit of a heat wave. And yeah, I'm a bit of a lightweight. I can't cope with the heat at all. I actually have to close the window when I'm recording, so the temperature has probably gone up a few degrees. Now, unfortunately here, the unit in the backline there didn't have enough attack to knock out the skeleton dog, so we didn't get any extra stats, but it shouldn't be too big a deal. So we're going to be on turn 7 and we haven't acquired the Tasmanian Devil yet, but I guess that's probably not atypical. So Saiga Antelope here, the doggo is going to be quite big. But they've got inked on the back unit anyway, so we were never in danger. So here we go, yeah, 1-5 stat line. And we can swap it over, so that makes it a lot more usable. And we acquire the Anubis. So what I wanted to do in this game is have the Tasmanian Devil jump attack the opponent and then transform into a faint pet before Anubis goes off. As we actually face a Troubadour here, going for a Bilby team, which probably is going to be, yeah, okay, it's just going to be a tie. Egg on the fossa there. And I think I'm actually looking for another Tasmanian Devil. But we are going to take the level up now because the skeleton dog will get activated. Well, actually, both of them will be. Yeah, you can see here that the Tasmanian Devil's ability, I always forget the target that it picks. It attacks the lowest attack enemy. Now, oftentimes the lowest attack enemy will also be the lowest health. So the Tasmanian Devil will just automatically knock out the unit. It's not always the case, but a high percentage of the time it is going to be the case that you're just going to get a knockout straight away like we do here. But the main reason that Tasmanian Devil is the best choice, I think, of a jump attacker for this particular team is that we want to make sure that it survives. So if it survives, then we can transform it into the faint pet before Anubis activates, and we should still get the ability to go off. So yeah, there we actually got quite lucky, I think, because 3 of their units had 4 attack, and it was the biggest of the 3 that took the brunt of the hit. Although we could actually still be in trouble here. Okay, it's going to be another draw. And then we'll upgrade the Brahma chicken. Now we need to find some transform food. There's the cocoa bean, I actually missed it completely. Here's someone on turn 11 who has a level 3 mammoth, so they've obviously sold a griffin there and got the treasure chest. But we are going to end up losing by 1 HP. I think we could have potentially tied there or won that depending on the buffs, but oh well. So again, I pass up the cocoa bean. I don't think this run is old enough that it's the original cocoa bean. I'm pretty sure it's still the new version of it. We could be in a bit of difficulty here again. Okay, maybe not. We are going to win. So yeah, turn 12, 4 trophies. We were in a bit of danger there. I'll take the level up on the Tasmanian Devil. The fact that Tasmanian Devil also applies the ailment before it jump attacks is so useful, because it means that you can't have any defensive equipment really. I mean, if you have ambrosia or white ochre, it won't make any difference because it will get automatically removed. Here's another one where we could be in trouble. Okay, it's going to be another tie. A lot of ties in this one. Probably could have solved that just by putting something on the Anubis to summon, but ultimately we need to find these transform perks, which, yeah, I'm kind of embarrassed that I went past so many cocoa beans there. But we get one, and now we should be able to set things up. We kind of messed this team up by knocking out the Nyala. So I think we're going to get another victory. And now we can see the combo working. So we'll put the seaweed on the front one. Look at this actually against Eminem with a whole bunch of Cyclops and level 3 Ogopogo. Maybe this is going to end up being another tie. Yeah, there's a lot of mana on that unit in the back line. Yes. Yeah, not sure I really need this chocolate. Okay, we're going to unfreeze it. Now we just need to find the cocoa beans. So there it is. Why am I not taking it? Okay, there we go, finally. So I think here the Anubis won't work on the Tasmanian Devil unless, on the second Tasmanian Devil, unless we have it at level 3. It depends on the transformation. Like if we get a tier 3 or 4, it'll be fine. But if we get a tier 5, like we do here, the Rooster, it won't do anything. So I guess the chocolate could have been useful, but we really needed to find the transform food first. Even though this team has the peanut butter at the back, we get the win. I'm sure here I really wanted to have cocoa bean on both units, but the fact that we have the urchin means that we're guaranteed for the Anubis to work. And maybe that was the thinking, I'm not sure. But here you can see, yeah, it does activate the Hirola, although we didn't have enough space. So we probably could just get rid of the Brahma chicken and, yeah, okay, here's a cocoa bean. Why don't I take it? Strange decision there. It's always weird looking back and watching these things in retrospect. I probably should change to a system where I just record a voiceover as soon as I finish the run, because then it would be easier to remember what I was thinking at any given time. But I think we're in big trouble here. Or maybe not. Oh yeah, it is going to be a 2 HP loss. That's painful. So I transform the Brahma chicken. It becomes a zebra, which we sell. And we're down to 1 heart. So we need some pretty easy opponents here, I think. Phoenix, although it seems like it would overwrite our perks, it doesn't matter here because they'll both be used up by the Tasmanian Devils as soon as they jump attack. So yeah, here we get Nessie. And Nessie's actually not a great one because the second summon won't get any benefit from the rolls. Either way it works out and we get another win. Probably more to do with the stats on the Tasmanian Devils at this point rather than the actual transform synergy. But I can also take Amargasaurus to try and make sure that they survive their jump attacks. And here, yeah, if it's lucky we don't have a Mommy Rabbit, because we would be a jump attacking a 70 attack behemoth. But the fact that we got the Rooster Summon, even though the Anubis didn't work, it's going to produce a 1 HP win. So not exactly what I was hoping for, but I'm sure if you got like a level 3 Anubis early, you could produce something pretty nice from that. Alright, here's a little tester. What do you think is going to happen in this round? Let me know in the comments, win, lose, or draw. So yeah, because we got the wolf, it ended up being a tie. I'm sure there are probably possibilities there where we won or lost. So if you got that wrong, don't be too hard on yourself.